Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Better Call Saul. Last time on Better Call Saul, we had talk. I am done listening to this asshole talk. So that's all I can think of now. And that was definitely Mike's mood. Because Mike, at the group, Stacy was talking about how she's starting to forget. Not really forget, but she's not thinking about Matt all the time. And that already bothered Mike. And then this guy who Mike believed made up his dead wife. So Mike snapped at him and snapped at pretty much everyone there. So yeah. And then Gus was snapping at him for not warning him about Nacho. And then Mike snapped at him, and everybody's getting snappy. And then Jimmy, Kim wanted him to go to therapy, and he was like, okay, I'll get a job. So he got a job. He was working at CC Mobile. It's not very busy, like at all. And but now Jimmy has a new plan for the CC Mobile, which is to sell quiet phones to people who are trying to avoid the man, you know? Meanwhile, Kim is prowling courtrooms in order to rediscover her love of the law. So yeah. It was an interesting episode. Also, Nacho, who's actually like having a plot, is he was in a gang fight with the gang that they said shot him and killed Arturo, and so but it was mainly the twins who were in the gang fight. They took them all out, and then the twins headed down back into Mexico for a while. So yeah, and Nacho was like, all right, I know what's going on, Gus. You're trying to get their territory. You're trying to get territory here above, north of the border. And Gus was like, well, you have more work to do, so go get some rest. So yeah, so poor Nacho, unfortunately. But yeah, I've said before that this show feels like an anime. And now, and this is only because I literally just finished watching an episode of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood before recording this, like 5 minutes ago. This feels like the part of the anime where you're basically just sort of waiting for the next arc to start. Like, it's not bad, it's good, pieces are being moved around, but you're waiting for the next arc to start. And that definitely feels like this, because that's exactly where I am on Full Metal right now. For reference, I just finished up episode 32. A good episode, but I'm waiting for, Ed to get to the north and start learning about alchemy. And now I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm waiting for something else to happen here on Better Call Saul. I don't know what, but I'm waiting on something. And I don't know, it's not that nothing's happening. I'm just waiting for the next arc to start, So, if anything, this just completely confirms that Better Call Saul is an anime. So, let's just go ahead and jump right into that anime again with episode 5. Here we go. Something's being shredded. Wait. What is this? Whoa!
Jackpot!
Wait, this isn't Jimmy. This isn't Jimmy, this is Saul!
Did you shred the files under your desk?
Yes.
This is during Breaking Bad. What's going on? And I reckon, because I've rewatched the scene recently, he's got the bandage and he's got the purple shirt. This is season 5 of Breaking Bad I'm watching. Man, why don't you just take that bag with you?
Alright, that's it. I'm going.
Do me a favor. Take those with you. Drop them off at least 5 miles from here in separate dumpsters.
This is some pretty bad stuff that's happened.
Okay, when the cops come talk to you, and they will, what are you going to tell them?
Talk to my attorney.
Yeah. Tell them, Jimmy sent you. That's it. Quite right, huh?
Huh. Say Jimmy sent you.
Yep.
You two aren't that close. This is miserable, Francesca. Not Cracker Barrel, Francesca.
I need a new dust filter for my Hoover Max Extract Pressure Pro Model 60. Can you help me with that? A pickup. How hot? Red hot.
Nah.
I know where that is. I'll be there.
Oh, break that cell phone. Wow. We got a scene of Saul Goodman from Breaking Bad. What's going on? Alright, I'm already 1,000% invested in this episode. Alright, we're back in time. Stop here. Come to CC Mobile. Come to Butthead. Ah.
Welcome to CC Mobile. Sorry to keep you waiting.
So this is the beginning of breaking all the cell phones.
So, privacy sold here.
Well, people are gobbling these up like Tic Tacs.
Jimmy out here fucking lying. Woo!
Thanks again.
Tell your friends.
Nah. Just not the cops. Meanwhile, in Denver... What the fuck? It's the My Pillow guy. What's happening? Oh. Man, it's so nice to be out of New Mexico for a minute.
Pop the trunk. Inside you'll see a hood. Take it out, close the trunk, place your luggage next to you, and put the hood on. That clear?
Nah.
You want me to stand here with the hood on my head?
Has the color changed because they've gotten more to New Mexico? Like, it's not exactly the blue they were in Denver.
The entrance will be back there. You need to stay within the footprint of the building.
This is a laundromat.
Blasting will be quite unnecessary. Assuming your employer is willing to meet my price.
Price isn't an issue. Yeah. That's what I thought. Thank you for your time.
Pardon.
So, no.
8 months jail.
4 months probation.
No.
What happened to 6?
You're annoying me.
Damn.
Can't play chicken with me. I invented chicken.
I invented chicken.
I'm gonna have a probation officer on my ass for 4 months.
David,
Bruh,
listen to me.
don't even.
You will go to jail. Grown-up jail with grown-up bad guys. Picture that, David. Really picture it. And know this, I'm not gonna do a damn thing about it next time.
Yeah.
You got it?
She got you to 4 months probation.
Nope. No. No. Nope. Wait. Hey, look. Dr. Zhivago's about to start. Lots of
Wow.
attractive men in the snow. That's your favorite genre.
They just mentioned that on the Stranger Things episode I watched.
Sorry, I can't.
Bro, now what are you doing? Oh, is he like beefing up sales? Is there no like time and date on a receipt? Okay, Jimmy's doing something.
Beat it, narc.
Oh, come on. Would a narc drive this piece of shit?
That's a good point. Hey, we know him. Don't we? Or am I getting bald goateed men confused again? So he's going out on the street. So what he did was he wrote up receipts for all the phones, and now he's going out just giving a normal sale. Are they all the same phone model too? He's gonna try his hand with some bikers. I mean, if you can get everybody else, I feel like you can get the bikers.
Hi, how are you? Did you get that ink in Las Lunas?
Las Cruces.
Okay.
Off by one.
And you've been inside?
No, I haven't had the honor, but I used to be a lawyer. Emphasis on used to be. And I helped a lot of gentlemen such as yourself and your friends here. And one thing I learned
Actually,
from
it'd be
working with
interesting
my
if one of them
clients in the New
recognized him.
Mexico career, and if you buy it from me with cash, it's completely untraceable.
How much?
I mean, yeah, I didn't doubt that Jimmy could do that. But how much of that did he make? Ah, well, look who's crawling
Guys, you
back.
had your chance. I'm all sold out.
Give me your money.
I'm a narc, remember?
Oh, we saw you got cash. Hand it over.
I gotta go.
Hey!
Are they really gonna do that?
Get it. Go, go, go. Come on, man.
Fuck these kids. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They just do that and take his money and leave? Is this why he hires Huel?
Back in the day, I would have spotted those low-rent little skeeves from a mile away, and they would have known not to roll me.
Yeah, how would they have known that?
I don't.
They would have known Slip and Jimmy.
Well, because back then, I guess I was one of them.
Well, those days are over.
Yeah. Don't tell him that.
But you know what? I think tomorrow I might call that shrink. Couldn't hurt, right?
Yeah. Now, is he taking it all off? Well, that business venture failed. We move on. Obviously, that stuff is made to come off very easily, but it's a good thing that comes off so easily.
Hi, Paige.
Kim, we've got a huge problem. There's a major error in the branch paperwork that went out to Denver and Flagstaff. It has to be fixed ASAP.
Unfortunately, I'm right in the middle of something, but I can be there at 4.
I need you now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't. I don't know what to tell you, Paige. Not right now.
But, Kim, this is
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sure that'll go over well.
The mistake is not the issue here. Everyone makes mistakes. But
Even Charles McGill.
I need to know your head is in this. You made us a promise that Mesa Verde would be your sole focus. When we need you, we need you. We're not a client you hang up on.
I'm really sorry, Paige. It'll never happen again.
I hope not.
Damn. Paige being strict. Well, is this some different guy? He's doing this a bit different from... Yeah. He's doing this analog instead of the old device.
We need schematics of utility in the area.
You'll get those.
Once the space is fully cleared, I can waterproof and fabricate casts for the retaining walls and pour concrete. We would need about 150 cubic meters. This is just the beginning.
He's doing
all this in complete secrecy. Judging from the sounds I heard, I assume we are not far from a town. This is also not optimal.
He's definitely bringing up a lot
like
more
this,
concerns than the last guy.
Many things can go wrong.
Oh shit. You gotta talk to the boss now.
Not quite impossible.
Gustavo Fring. Es freut mich, Ihre Bekanntschaft zu machen.
Werner Ziegler.
Alright. Werner.
Howard,
Howard?
everything okay?
Jesus, Howard, are you alright?
Everything's fine. How are you doing?
Having better. I'm heading up to the DA's office for my PPD check-in, so, you know.
Ah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Jeez, we leave Howard for an episode. It looks like his life has gone to ruin.
You ever have insomnia?
Ooh.
Really? Don't they have pills for that? I'm sorry, I gotta ask. What's eating you?
Jimmy.
Chuck.
I think I've shared enough. More than enough.
Everything that Kim
Let's leave it
said.
at that.
I actually have the number of a shrink. I got it for a client, and he's supposed to be great. I
He's
think
losing his hair.
got it right here, actually.
Thanks. I've already seen someone.
Oh.
Really?
Twice a week.
This is...
Good seeing you, Howard.
You too.
Well then. You always feel bad for Howard. Are you gonna...
In 9 months and 24 days, I will get my law license back. My partner and I will get a new office. It'll be like it was, but bigger and better. Everything will be better. I'm gonna have more clients. I'm gonna win more cases. I'm gonna be a damn good lawyer, and people are gonna know about it.
Okay. So, lawyer.
Yeah. Lawyer.
To put it simply. Okay. We're halfway through the season. I feel like fucking nothing has happened. And I hate saying that because it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's still good. It's just it really is what I said at the beginning of the episode, where it's like, look, it feels like it feels like that part of the anime where you're waiting for the next big arc to start, you know? Like you had a really, really damn good big arc. And now you're just kind of waiting for the next one to start, you know? And while it's all good, you are just kind of waiting like, all right, let's go. Let's get to the next arc. Now I will say I like how the beginning of the end sort of, I guess they sort of mirror, they echo each other, because the end of this is Jimmy saying, you know, everything's going to be the way it should. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. I'm going to be a lawyer that everybody knows. You know, he's got all these plans. And yet, the beginning of this episode, the beginning of this episode showed us, you know, it reminded us of what happens to him, you know? he shuts down his law practice because he got in with the wrong guy. Because Heisenberg completely tore him down, and he had to run. And I've literally been rewatching some of those old scenes. I'm rewatching Breaking Bad. I just started season 3 again. We just got to season 3, but I've been rewatching a couple of those scenes from the end of Breaking Bad, and I immediately, when they're going through the office, he's got the bandage on his nose and he's got the purple shirt. That's exactly what he wore when he was picked up by Ed, It's interesting to see that, because then you get the scene between Saul and Walt. But honestly, when you go back and watch that scene, it's Saul's last scene on Breaking Bad. But watching that now, boy, do I get it. I understand. And I'm not even through Better Call Saul, and I understand so much more. And honestly, looking at that, Walt is not talking to Saul in that scene. He's talking to Jimmy. That is 100% Jimmy McGill, And he says, "Look, I'm not your lawyer anymore. I'm nobody's lawyer. The fun's over." And at first you think, oh well, he's done. He's not going to do this anymore, and he's got to get out of there. And now, watching Better Call Saul, you see, oh my God, what a tragedy for Jimmy and Saul to just be like, I cannot be a lawyer anymore. I am done. I have to go into hiding, So there is that mirror between what Jimmy says, his plans at the end of this episode, and what his fate is at the beginning of this episode when we see Saul, So I like that. And it's interesting having that, because we've all had this sort of idea, and I hope somebody tries this someday, where it would be interesting to see someone watch Better Call Saul first and then watch Breaking Bad, because that could be very, very interesting. The thing is, Better Call Saul, it does reference things that happened in Breaking Bad, The beginning of every season literally shows Jimmy's life post Breaking Bad, But if anything, that could make it all the more interesting, when they see something like that and they're like, wait, what is this? Like, this doesn't seem, this is kind of like, it's a flash forward, I guess, but, they look at it and it's like, well, this is strange, he doesn't have this office. It's Francesca, but she's gone, like they fired her from their practice pretty much. And then the only thing, because they never call him Saul in that opening scene, but then he says something. Oh no, he references, he gives her the card for an attorney, He gives her the card for an attorney and is like, tell him Jimmy sent you. And you start to think like, okay, Jimmy sent. So could it be Howard? I don't think Howard would be like, oh, Jimmy sent you. Well, clearly I have to, help you out as best I can because Jimmy sent you, I don't think that would be Howard. So that the obvious answer would be Kim. If, maybe there's some horrible split up between Jimmy and Kim before the events of Breaking Bad, Or, what? Who knows? Maybe it's Bill. Maybe I could actually see that being Bill, This guy, because he, when Jimmy was arrested because of everything with Chuck, he says like, hey, I'm gonna get your hearing pushed up, and Jimmy's like, oh, well, thank you, man. So it's like they're kind of, they're sort of friends at the very least. Like, they're acquaintances, they are colleagues. They don't really hate on each other, So I would imagine maybe he's sending Francesca to him. I don't know. If not, then again, the obvious answer would be Kim, So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's Ernie. Oh, that would be so cool. No, it's Omar. It'd be cool if it's Omar. Who knows? Maybe it's Clifford Maine. It could be. Clifford Main's, he's still probably still alive. He's just a little bit older, and I don't know. Say Jimmy sent, but then I don't know. Probably not Aaron. Maybe it's Omar. I'm gonna say it's Omar or Ernesto, or both. I want to believe that in the future they both became lawyers and everything was good for them. So I don't know. So yeah, so I at least like that the duality, if I can speak. I'm stammering all of a sudden. The duality of those two scenes, starting off with Saul Goodman just completely crashing down, but ending with seeing Jimmy like, no, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna be somebody, you know? Well, he was. So yeah. I also like, because I don't remember if we ever heard... Did we ever hear the calls for Jesse and Walt? Like, the original call for Jesse in season 4. I don't know if we heard that. And I don't think we heard the call in season 5 for Walt. And then in El Camino, Jesse just goes to the guy himself, you know? But yeah, it was interesting, you know, they said the things like, you know, it's basically this model that does not exist. So if you ask for that, he knows exactly what that means. And I like how he's, you know, how hot is this? And Saul says, how hot? Red hot. Like, that is... And yeah, probably this is like the craziest thing that Ed ever had to do was Saul and Walt. I mean, he even said, you know, you are the hottest client I've ever had, you know? Like that's the thing. Like, he has... Who knows how many people he's helped over the years and what their situations were, but I'm sure none of them were like, well, he probably never would have expected that, but it's just because Saul happened to have that number, you know? All right. So yeah, we got the cell phones, which was interesting. I literally wrote cell with an S, cell phones. Yeah, he sold them phones. He sold them phones. I mean, he's trying to get the word out. He's trying to get the word out and stuff, but then those punks mug him. I want to believe that he's going to have to hire Huel as the bodyguard, you know? Excuse me. Ha-cha-cha. Alrighty. But he was selling phones. And I like how they kind of played up like him being kind of nervous with the bikers, but I really didn't doubt that he would be able to do that, you know? And sure enough, he did. And I like how the whole thing was, you know, at first he was, you know, typing up a bunch of receipts, and then he was going to just go sell all those for cash, you know? So it all worked out, but then he lost some of the money. I want to assume that he did have some of them. He had a chunk of the money in the car itself, you know? But, yeah, those freaking punks. I mean, that's just so stupid, you know? And then, yeah, so, and I like how he says, you know, I used to be somebody. He used to be Slippin' Jimmy, and those punks would have never gone to him. But honestly, I guess if you want, like, okay, what's happening in Better Call Saul right now? It's Jimmy going further and further towards Saul Goodman the less time he's in lawyers. Like, he's done being, like, legit. He's gonna help out, you know, the people that don't need to be listened to, you know? So yeah, like, he used to be somebody, now he'll be somebody again. Not going to be Slippin' Jimmy, but he's going to be Saul Goodman. He's going to be the evolution, you know? If Jimmy McGill is like a 3-part Pokemon evolution, you've got the base evolution, which is Jimmy McGill. You've got the second evolution, which is Slippin' Jimmy. Then you've got the final evolution, which is Saul Goodman, you know? That's the Pokemon evolutionary chain of James Morgan McGill, you know? So yeah, and he was going to go to the shrink, but now, nope, he ain't going no shrink. And he's got plans. Someone who is going to a shrink, though, Howard. man, again, like, he's gone for, like, an episode. Like, more, isn't it? Like, I don't even think he was in episode 3. I think the last time we saw him was episode 2, and yeah, with everything. I mean, not just, you know, the guilt he has over Chuck's death, but also, you know, being chewed out by Kim. So yeah, Howard has insomnia. And he is seeing a therapist twice a week, and oh boy, he is a wreck. He is an absolute wreck, and again, you feel bad for him, you know? Even if some of the decisions he's made are questionable, honestly, Howard is sort of the innocent. He was the casualty. Ironically, he's the casualty in the McGill Brothers Civil War, you know? Well, I guess he's one casualty. The others are Chuck, literally a casualty, and Jimmy McGill now giving way to Saul Goodman, you know? Meanwhile, Mike has brought in a couple guys in order to work on the meth lab, which is interesting. Now, they say it's gonna take a while, so I don't know what year we're in now. I think we started out in 2002. We're probably 2003, nearing 2004 by now. But Breaking Bad takes place in 2008. So, mostly in 2008. So, 2008, 2009, but you get the point. So, it will take quite a while to get this done, definitely. But they're working on it. They are definitely working on it. And I like, they bring in the first guy, and he's all confident and stuff. He's all confident and very quick, and he's like, oh, we'll do this with no blasting and blah, 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 and, you know, that'll be that. And immediately it's like, nope, not this guy. This is not the guy. And instead they bring in this Werner guy, who's pretty interesting, who's going around and, you know, he's really, like, writing everything down and really going and really inspecting. He's not relying on some, you know, thing. He's going in and doing everything himself, and then he goes into so much detail, like, well, this, I need to do this, and this, and this, and that'll take months, and that'll take months, and that'll take months, and this is hard, but I have to do it without being above ground, which makes it even harder. There's a town nearby, and that's even harder, and I can do this, and this, and that, and it's going to be so very difficult. But because he's bringing up all these concerns, that just shows, yes, this is very difficult, this is very hard, but this guy clearly knows what he's doing, you know? He knows what he's talking about. He's looking at everything, and he is looking at everything. He knows what can go wrong, so most likely he can avoid what will go wrong. And sure enough, that's just what Gus needs. So it's like, well, is it impossible? It's like, well, very difficult, but not impossible. And that's exactly, he passed. So Werner is in. Meanwhile, Kim is taking on other clients and conflicting with Mesa Verde, and she got chewed out for it by Paige, and yeah, this is exactly what happened in season 3 that resulted in her car crash. Doesn't matter that she is a paralegal now, like, just, you can't do this. You have a client, and you need to do that, Kim. Can't be taking on these other clients. Is that it? That's like all the notes. Alright. Well, still a good episode. Again, I like that duality between the opening and closing scenes. Like, I thought that was a really good... Because at first I was like, are we ever going to cut back to Saul? Like, there has to be a point to this. But then, once you see all of Jimmy's plans that he has, you know, I'm going to be somebody, it's like, well, you were somebody. And now the somebody that you are is a fugitive who could be arrested, and now the somebody, well, that's the somebody you are, but the nobody you are is Gene, the manager at Cinnabon in Omaha. So yeah, so interesting stuff, very interesting stuff. I know I talk about, you know, oh, when's the next arc gonna start, but it's all still really good, you know? It's all still really good, and I do look forward to the next episode. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around to any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Better Call Saul reactions, as well as another playlist for all of my Breaking Bad reactions if you want to go check any of those out. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.